If you flee the capital now, you should be able to evade the army and reach the Thalassian border. I will meet the diplomats. I'm not running now. Not after I've spent all this time learning how to use a sword and use magic. You expected diplomats and a military representative, a general or an admiral. You did not expect a handsome man decked in jewels who now stands before you. A man announced by your servants as Togami, King of Shanjia. Oops. I skipped things on. Is he really the king? Would a king come all the way here? And he's a lumen too! My dear young lady, I am the slimiest gentleman in this entire world. How difficult it must be for you. Responsibility at such a tender age. Don't pretend you're my friend, you dick. Temper, temper, princess. After all, I'm here to save your people. War benefits no one, don't you think? Such a terrible waste. Better settle things in a civilized manner. A contest, a game, so to speak, with Nova at the stakes. Should I win, then your domain will submit and accept me as overlord with no further resistance. Should I lose, then my army will leave you in your domain and shed no more blood. What sort of game? It is well known that Nova is ruled by lumens. As it happens, I too possess the powers of a lumen. I propose a formal duel. My powers against yours. The winner takes control of Nova and the loser dies. Your game by your rules for my life? That doesn't sound fair to me. The rules of a formal dueling have been passed down for centuries and must be upheld. It is important that we do this by the ancient codes. Why should I? If you refuse, then the war will continue. I'll sweeten the deal. If you meet me in a formal Lumen challenge, I'll call for the invasion even if I win. Really? I swear by the gods, Nova will be free and safe. Why take the risk? You're winning the war. It is not your land that I want, it's your crystal. To gain your power, I'm willing to wager my own soul. Shall we begin? I can sense his power. It's so strong. I've learned everything I possibly could, but he's at least as good as I am. I don't like this. What choice do I have? I will accept his terms. I will fight him, and I will be a badass. Then I must. Togami explains the rules of formal dueling to you, including a carefully inscribed circle of wards that will contain the effects of any powers you wield, protecting the bystanders from danger. And then, it is time to begin! Yes! You trade attacks, one spell sent and countered by another, reserving your strength as much as possible. It might almost be exciting if it wasn't for your life being on the line! You need to end this quickly before experience allows him to come up with a trick you can't defeat. He's used to dealing with magical attacks, but he might be expecting a physical one! Perhaps if you rushed him, you could take him off guard, up close so he couldn't use his fancy spells. What would you do then? You can still use magic to win, you can't just grab him and bang his head against the floor. Perhaps you can focus the power into the shape of a sword and attack him with that. Or maybe you could distract him somehow. You could cast a spell that he couldn't block. I will magic sword him in the face. Motes of shimmering moonlight coalesce into a weapon into your hand. Your first lunge, he dodges, rolling to the ground, but you recover quickly and strike again. In the confined space of the warded circle, there's nowhere to run. The final strike of your moonblade parts his head from his shoulders. You have won. Who's the princess? Who's the princess? I'm the princess. Yes. And, you know what's the best thing to do after a bracing sword fight filled with magic and adventure? Tennis! Ha-ha! And now we take off the costume. By God, do we take off the costume. I've actually never